My testimony is long, and I'm gonna do my best to condense it for time's sake. I am the first Christian in my entire family. I grew up Buddhist, and even from a young age, I had dreams and visions of the Lord. I had dreams of Jesus coming to save me, and I have dreams of heaven, and I remember them so vividly. I was only 4, and I felt the Lord's closeness because during that time when I was young and throughout my whole childhood, I had a very broken childhood. And I don't want to go into detail with that, but I did go through a lot of abusive and toxic relationships and a lot of just trauma. And so that really influenced me in a very negative way. It opened a lot of demonic doors. That's what the Lord had pointed out when I was being beaten and, exposed to sexual trauma at a young age. These things were coming into me, and I was so hurt. And it was never addressed because in our culture, I'm Chinese. Mental health back then, like if you had depression or anything, it's very
Wow.
frowned upon. So I always kept it hidden. And I just I was shared the gospel at a very young age, and I knew right then and there that that was the Lord, and I wanted to be with Him. But I had so much mixed, beliefs because I grew up Buddhist, and it's such a false light because Buddhism, it guides you to nirvana, believes in reincarnation, and I just was very confused, and I had a lot of questions. And throughout my teenage years and even in my 20s, I had a very hard time believing that there was just one way. And so I strayed away from the faith when I was in college. And those were the years when I started to party. I got extremely depressed. And I had very unhealthy relationships with men because my own relationship with my father, my earthly father, was so broken. I was seeking love in all the wrong places,
Yeah.
approval from people. And so I tried everything. I got into like yoga, meditation, Buddhism. I still believed in Jesus in my 20s, but I just didn't think he was the only way.